Everyone thinks the strongest soldiers are born that way, but what if I told you it's not just training, it's the Philippines that made them? The US military discovered something incredible. Filipino soldiers could endure more, push harder, and thrive under extreme conditions. What happened next changed everything. The camera pans over lush mountains, sunny beaches, and dusty trails in the Philippines. Young men and women run up steep hills, their feet pounding dirt paths. Sweat drips down their faces, muscles burn, but their eyes are sharp, focused, and relentless. They lift heavy logs, leap over high barriers, climb ropes, and crawl through muddy fields. Every movement shows discipline, endurance, and heart. American recruits watch in awe as Filipino instructors demonstrate drills that seem impossible. Sprints up hills, dragging heavy weights through rivers, timed obstacle courses that push stamina to the limit. The Americans try to keep up, but struggle, gasping for breath, sliding in mud, faltering on steep climbs. Filipino instructors shout encouragement, correcting posture, demanding precision, building strength with every drill. Close-ups show a Filipino recruit lifting a tire heavier than their own weight, sweat streaming down, then racing to the next station without pause. They jump over walls, swing across bars, and crawl under nets, with teammates cheering them on, pushing each other harder. Every drill is calculated, every repetition shaping a body and mind that refuses to quit. U.S. military officers observe from a distance, whispering among themselves. These soldiers are exceptional, one says. They recover faster, endure longer, and adapt to every challenge. The contrast is striking. Where one group hesitates, the Filipinos excel. River endurance training begins. Soldiers wade through waist-deep water, dragging sandbags, climbing slippery rocks. Rain falls, thunder rolls, mud coats their uniforms. One American struggles with a heavy log, but a Filipino teammate steadies it, showing technique. Within moments, the American adapts, pushing past exhaustion, learning the Filipino way. Early morning drills continue. Filipino soldiers run in formation across fields, timing each step, counting breaths, moving as one. U.S. soldiers attempt to match pace but lag behind, struggling to keep synchronized. Slow-motion shots capture perfect jumps, balanced landings, and focused determination. Every grunt, every drop of sweat is a story of preparation, resilience, and relentless effort. Physical endurance rooms fill with activity. Wall climbs, rope pulls, long-distance running machines test strength. Filipino instructors supervise, correcting posture, encouraging recruits. Americans try to mimic but only slowly improve. The difference is discipline, resilience, and relentless work ethic. Tactical simulations push recruits even further. They carry heavy packs across simulated battlefield terrains, crossing streams, climbing hills, and navigating steep slopes. Filipino soldiers move fluidly, calculating every step. U.S. soldiers stumble, rest, and adjust, learning that endurance is as much mental as physical. Night drills transform dense forests into training grounds. Torches illuminate soldiers moving silently, signaling each other with gestures, climbing logs, jumping across streams, and racing up hills. The Americans struggle to keep up, panting and exhausted, while Filipino soldiers continue flawlessly, teamwork seamless, endurance unmatched. Strategic planning becomes a critical part of training. Filipino recruits analyze courses, discuss techniques, correct mistakes quickly. Americans attempt the same, but lack instinctive speed. Instructors emphasize resilience, adaptability, and perseverance. Every failure becomes a lesson, every success a stepping stone. Morning sun rises on sprinting exercises. Soldiers carry sandbags, timing each step to breathe rhythmically. A single Filipino recruit strains, sweats, but refuses to stop. Americans fall behind, exhausted, watching as the Filipinos finish with precision and energy. The lesson is clear: endurance comes from conditioning and mindset. Obstacle courses test every skill. Climbing walls, balancing on narrow beams, jumping hurdles, crawling under nets. Filipino soldiers move with grace and power. Americans try to copy, hesitation slowing them. Instructors shout, push harder, focus, precision matters. Filipino soldiers push each other, every movement synchronized, every repetition exact. Water drills follow. Recruits swim across rivers, carry logs above water, climb muddy banks. Americans struggle in comparison, splashing, gasping, slowing down. Filipino soldiers emerge, dripping, smiling, ready for the next challenge. Training is not just strength, it's heart, determination, and refusal to quit. Teamwork exercises build unity and coordination. Soldiers lift heavy objects together, build shelters under time limits, race against the clock. Filipino soldiers communicate efficiently, complete tasks quickly. Americans struggle to coordinate, miscalculate, and exhaust themselves. The difference is discipline, resilience, and relentless work ethic. Close-ups show Filipino soldiers' faces sweat mud, determination. Every muscle engaged, every motion intentional. They cheer each other, correct mistakes, repeat drills tirelessly. The camera pans over exhausted Americans, trying to keep pace. slowly improving but still learning from the Filipino mindset. Tactical terrain navigation pushes soldiers further. Steep hills, crawling under nets, climbing ropes, running timed laps. Filipino soldiers execute flawlessly. Americans attempt, fail, adjust, and push through exhaustion. Growth is visible, but slower. Long-distance running tests stamina. Filipino soldiers run miles under the sun, carrying packs, pushing themselves. American soldiers lag, struggling with heat and weight. Filipino instructors shout, "Keep moving, focus on the next step, don't stop." Americans slowly adapt, learning the Filipino mindset. Final endurance test, simulated battlefield scenario with timed obstacle courses. River crossings, steep hill climbs. Filipino soldiers complete with speed, precision, and teamwork. Americans struggle but begin to finish. Having learned from Filipino trainers, the outcome is clear. Filipino resilience and work ethic set the standard. Closing scenes show Filipino soldiers standing tall, proud, exhausted but triumphant. American soldiers now stronger, inspired, transformed. Text overlay. The Philippines forged the strongest soldiers in the U.S. Army. Those who don't train, fail. Those who endure, succeed. Hard work, discipline, and determination create strength. The world can doubt you, challenge you, or test you, but perseverance will always prevail. Filipino soldiers didn't just train, they transformed the entire standard of endurance and strength in the military. Like and subscribe to Diaspora Dispatch for more stories that inspire, amaze, and reveal the hidden heroes shaping our world.